Wouldn't it be nice if our president had time to deal with America's issues instead of worrying about the freaking Israelis?
Now, when President Obama opens his nuclear security summit this week, one notable American ally will be watching from home. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu raised eyebrows with his abrupt cancellation of plans to attend, leading some to wonder if U.S.-Israeli relations have hit a new low. Aaron Miller joins us now. He's a former Middle East peace negotiator and now scholar with the Woodrow Wilson Center right here in Washington. Aaron, thanks for coming in today.
Pleasure, Shannon.
All right, what do you make of this cancellation?
I think it's emblematic, symptomatic of the dysfunction that exists in the U.S.-Israeli relationship. It's not the lowest of the low. There have been crises that have been worse, but clearly this is also not a bump in the road. And unless both Jerusalem and Washington get a grip and concentrate on what counts, this isn't going to be good either for Netanyahu's policies or for those of President Obama.
We have some reports that word had gotten back to Prime Minister Netanyahu that there were going to be some who attended this summit who were going to do a little Israel bashing, and that may have been one of the reasons he backed out. There's also speculation that maybe he doesn't want to talk about the extent of Israel's nuclear program. What do we know about their program?
Well, what we know we don't admit. And what we admit, we basically probably also don't know. The Israelis have never publicly declared that they're a nuclear power. It's absolutely certain, however, that they have a fairly large stockpile of deliverable nuclear weapons. So there's no question that the Prime Minister was worried about getting hammered by the Arabs for not joining the NPT. He also may have been worried about getting a lecture from the Secretary of State. So the U.S.-Israeli relationship is not great. And if you're a leader, you want to come to a major ally's capital, feel good, and basically feel successful. And I'm not sure he could have felt either right now.
And I know that Netanyahu has written and spoken extensively on the idea of terrorism and nukes and how it all ties together. I mean, are we missing out of the benefit of having him in this discussion this week?
Well, probably not this week, but there's no question. If we want a serious policy with respect to constraining or eliminating Iran's determination to acquire a nuclear weapon, we're going to have to find a way to work out the bumps in the road with the Israelis, because without that leverage, without that cooperation, the odds of a military action on Israel's part grow increasingly likely, and what you don't want is an uncoordinated U.S. and Israel at such a critical moment.
Yeah, that could be a huge mess over there in the Middle East. Aaron Miller, always great to have you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, Shannon.
Well.